Hi, I'm Mia, and this is what I'm packing in my makeup bag for New York. But yeah, so if you're watching this, that means it is, what would the date be? March 20th, which means I'm leaving for New York tomorrow. So obviously I need a bag, and this is something small that I can do filming wise and get done because Bridget is downstairs because I'm home alone with her again. Also, it's March 8th. I mean, yes, I'm packing my bag because I'm unlikely to use these things between now and leaving, so it's fine. But again, she's downstairs. Hopefully she'll still be in her pen when I go down. And I just need something quick. Contrary to popular belief, I do know how to do natural makeup, and that is what I tend to do when I wear makeup outside. And since I'm going for 4 or 5 days, figured may as well actually bring makeup. There are a few things that I may add in later, just like zhuzh up my makeup a little, but that's an if and maybe so. It's not guaranteed. But yeah. Also, my skin looks like hot garbage right now. Like, girl, what's going on here? But like, generally speaking, I do start off with brows in my normal makeup routine. This is from NYX Professional Makeup. This is the Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. It's a brow gel. Let's be real with each other here. It's in the shade Brunette because, you know, I just matched my eyebrows. I don't do any red. I could if I so desired, actually, because I do have the red mascara that came with my liner that I use. So realistically, I could, and no one could stop me. But you know, I just need a nice little coat of this. And then I also go in with the, I might need a new one before I go, actually. This is from Urban Decay. This is the Slick Day Brow? Maybe? It's a clear brow gel. This stuff, like, she will stay. I've tried the Tinted brow gels and I don't love it. So that's why I use both the NYX and this one. Just so I can have some color with the NYX. But then my brows will hold with this. Also, I'm just letting you know, any tools that I'm about to use are the ones that will be packed with me as well. Because, like I said, I'm pretty in-depth about this. But, surprise, surprise, these are my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I have a mini one that I got in, like, a set that my friend got. So I just refilled this one from my big one. Because, you know, I do travel sometimes. Or sometimes I take it with me if it's a hot day and my skin will act up a little when it's warm. So, but obviously want this because she's beautiful. She's fantastic. We love her. Also, the dog is still locked up because I can hear her yowling from up here. But that means she hasn't escaped, which is always a good thing. But yeah, I might like throw in a few random eyeshadows just to like zhuzh up my makeup a little before like a show or something. Or I might throw like a shimmery eyeshadow stick in there. I only have like a bronze one. A lot of my liquid eyeshadows are really expired, so I don't want to bring them with me. But let this dry down a little. Surprise, surprise. I know, who could have thought. And I'm going to go in with the Kulfi Main Match Concealer in the shade Fudge Notch. I had a little... I don't know if you can hear her. I had a little makeup sponge. It was the Makeup by Ariel X Morphe one, and I love that sponge. I don't know what happened to her. And some of my other sponges are just a little too big to bring with me. Also, I have a nasty zit right here. Oh, dude, my brother had the nastiest zit this morning. Like, it left a hole on the side of his nose. It was actually, like, beautiful drug toy, but it was beautiful. So I'm gonna let this dry down for like half a second. And I am actually going to blend this out with the foundation brush. This is the BK Beauty 109 brush. It's like the mini contoured brush. But when I do like outside makeup. Obviously I don't do foundation, so I want this to cover a little more. Like I want to stretch this out and not just do, you know, straight concealing. But also my skin's a mess right now. But it's funny how I thought that this wasn't gonna be my shade, and like compared to my neck, girl. But yeah, my New York trip is, again, at the time of this being posted, will be tomorrow. It's still 13 days out when I'm filming this, but the initial forecast is looking like rain here, but not in New York. So by the time we get there, you know, which will be later, it will be like 5 o'clock. So hopefully it will be pretty okay. But also, I am just not forewarning you, but sometimes I don't do base makeup when I travel. Last time I went, I literally just brought brow gel, mascara, freckle pen. I had a tinted lip balm at the time, so it didn't matter. And a shimmery eyeshadow stick. So again, I just want like a nice little. I just need something because she's disgusting. I am also going to be bringing 2 shades of my House Labs concealer just in case. I like having options when it comes to stuff like this, but I don't want to like overpack. But again, I'm there for like 5 days this time, so it's a little different. And then I'm gonna go in with the Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Sprinkle, and you're gonna find it really funny, the lip stain that I found in my collection that matches this the best. You're gonna find it hilarious. But surprise, surprise, do a little ham, like a minuscule ham, a petite ham. And then with my mermaid brush, because this is like my favorite brush I have. Jesus Christ, she's acted like, I did put her in her pen earlier, you know, because I was eating, I'm like, you're going in there. She's less vocal when she knows someone's downstairs, but she either thinks I'm not home, or if she knows I'm upstairs, but she knows that I'm not within eyesight, or she can't hear me properly. So she's not thrilled with this. I feel bad to a point, but at the same time she needs to learn how to do this because she can't always be in somebody's lap. God forbid. I know, who could have foreseen this? And then I'm just gonna go back over it with a little bit of my concealer, because I do like this placement of blush because I don't do bronzer and I don't really do highlighter when I do makeup, which is really funny because I used to use so much ColourPop Flexitarian in high school, and you know, I would do like a full face but with mascara. It was a little embarrassing. But for the rest of my eyes, I'm gonna start off with the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational, or Lash Sensational Sky High mascara. It's not my favorite, but I love this on the bottom lashes specifically. Like, I don't know, there's a little smudge, but this is very, very wet. I am gonna do a light layer on the top lashes, but I'm gonna let this dry down, and then go in with another mascara that works a little better for my lash type, because my lashes cannot hold a curl usually, and I don't like wasting money on a lash curler because it doesn't do anything for me. So I need mascaras that have the curved wand. Like originally, I used to use the Tower 28 mascara when it first came out. Also a very wet formula, but it had a better curve for my lashes. And then this is the Covergirl Lash Blast Bond Mascara. Girl, I brought this with me both times to New York previously, because it has the curve that I need in my life. I mean mascara, what do you mean? So I'm gonna make sure to go heavy-handed on the curved side, because again, that's where I need it the most. See, this is also why I wear lashes when I do my makeup for, you know, social media, because can't freaking see it. I got tiny, short, stubby lashes. Like, girl, I can't help you there. But I'm gonna bring both so I can have a little more zhuzh. And then I really like this actually. It was also an impulse buy. This is from Peripera. This is the Sugar Twinkle Duo Eye Stick. I don't know what shade this is. I'm gonna be honest. Sugar Twinkle might be the shade. No, this wasn't an impulse purchase. I think this was gifted from Skeepers. Either way, wherever she came from. No, my Kaja stuff was. I like you because it comes with a rounded side and then a more pointed side. I'm assuming the pointed side is more for that, for highlighting the eye pad. I don't do that. But this side, it's a very, like, it's a very sparkly champagne-y pink color. So I like going ham on my inner corner and bringing it in a little, just so there's a little more, because I didn't put any concealer on my lid space, because the color contrast will also help a little. But like, she's so perfect standing there in her American pair of underwear. That might not be the right there. And then before I start sanding my face, I'm gonna go in with the, is it Beaubble or Beaubble? Beaubble? And Rudi collaboration. This is the Berry Freckled pen. Because obviously, now my freckles are covered up. And I do have, no, that wasn't, the Peripera was not Skeepers. Because I also got their freckle pen at the same time. And I'm like, that was like a random impulse purchase. But again, my freckles get covered when I do makeup, and specifically, I did it when I didn't have a base on in November. But I do like re-enhancing them and kind of bringing them back to life, and just scatter them. Don't make them uniform, because freckles are never uniform unless they're fake. And then, if I see uniformed freckles, I know that they're fake. And again, yes, these ones are too, but I at least have freckles to begin with, so it's not so offensive. Funny, I don't remember what freckle product it was, but someone's like, oh my god, these are like so orange, they're so noticeably fake. I'm like, my freckles are kind of orange. Like, what do you mean? Why are you like this? Alright, and then I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Pressed powder. This is the shade Sugar Cookie, which is translucent. I'm gonna start off with a little sand brush specifically for under my eyes. And yes, I know I should have really done this before mascara, but that's why I do the brush. I also make sure to get the sides of my nose carefully, because I know it's not a lot of makeup, but it will be coming off with my glasses, because I have not found a way. And I've seen those little pad thingies that attach to your glasses, but I'm like, maybe not. And then, this is my favorite powder puff. Sephora's Evil and discontinued it. It's like a velour puff. I'm just going to go in with a light layer and go, because God forbid I want the rest of my face to be set. Do a little, see, and like I still look a little luminous, a little nice, but I have long days ahead of me. So I'm going in with 2 scent sprays. Girl, I know. This is from L'Oreal Paris. This is the Infallible Makeup Scent Spray. Concept. It is, in fact, a scent spray. I'm gonna hold this a little weird. I hate the fact that it's aerosoled, but ooh, the fumes get to me every single time. Every single time. The only bad thing is that I'm not gonna have a mirror. No, there's to like dry myself down with. So, I also did put her food in her little cage with her. Again, it's not a cage, it's like 2 gates set up so she can have a little pen. And I did do her eating. And I did finally rebuy a real size, because I finished my travel size. Not my travel size. I got like a few sample size from Sephora, and I'm like, I need a real one. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Sand Spray. And then I hate the smell of this. It's like perfume water. Not perfume water, like spa water. You know that smell? Very floral, very fake. I hate fragrance things, but. And then since it did get a little covered by powder, I'm going back in with the tiniest bit of the Rhode blush, just so I don't disturb any of my powders. But if I use a light hand, if I know how to speak, this usually layers pretty okay on top of powders and things. So again, just a little more, because again, when you put anything down, or if you put powder down on top of anything, it's gonna kind of not dilute it, but you know what I mean. So, see, I told you I knew how to do clean curl makeup. Now, I should have possibly done this beforehand, but this is from SACHEU. This is the lip liner stain in the shade Nude, like nude. It's OOH. I do like to outline like lip liner area. I know, who could have foreseen this? Because I go in with the regular lip liner on top, but the issue is this needs to stay on for 10 minutes, so I should have just done this sooner and not look like a fool. Like when I'm doing my makeup, obviously I won't be talking, like in New York, so I can do this and then do the rest of my makeup, and then you know how it is. I don't like to do the inner corners. I don't know why, but I need to go let this dry down, and I should be back in like 10 minutes? 5 to 10. I never do the whole thing, because I start to get sticky. So yeah. Alright, I'm back without lip stain on my lips. I know. And you might be going, oh my god, did it even do anything? I like having it as a base. Also from Rhode, this is the Peptide lip shape in the shade Twist, which is a little more of the beigey color that I like. What I don't like it though is that this cap always comes off in said makeup bag. Now it's like really loose for some reason. I'll deal with that later. And I just like to do a little bit of this, and I will layer my like actual lip stain on top. But especially when I do makeup outside, because the rounded tip not so sharp goes very, very well for this. And I may as well just take this out because I do use it. It's funny because no matter how many lip stains I do, my lips are always the first to come off. No matter what. It was proof last time, and when I was in July, my entire base stayed on. You know, it was a hot, humid day. My entire base stayed on. The only thing that didn't was the stupid lips, so that's just an issue. But this is from Rare Beauty. This is the Tinted lip oil. It's a lip stain. We're all gonna be honest here. This is a Korean styled lip stain, so it starts off, you know, glossy and oily and just leaves color. But this is the shade Hope, which is supposed to be like nude, and I'm like, this is like, girl, this is pink. So gonna go in with her, but it matches my cheeks pretty well. It's a little too much, so I'm just gonna do a little pat in, also so I can kind of get rid of any extra glossiness. She sounds like she's at the bottom of the stairs. I need to go fix my bangs, but I will be back momentarily. But yeah, this is again, everything that you saw is now in my bag. Also, I'm going to organize this properly. I was just kind of throwing things in there for now. And like I said, I may get a few more things in there. Just like a random few eyeshadows, maybe. Just something for a little fun. But I think I'm going to be responsible and stick to one color scheme, cheeks and lips wise. So I'm giving myself options. Options will be for eyes. But yeah, like I said, I told you I can do more natural makeup. But like I said, this is what I have packed in my bag for New York. Again. And like I said, I was also going to do this after my nail appointment on the 17th. But I'm like, I don't want to have to rush doing that and then importing the clips and editing and scheduling to make sure it's up by Friday. So, I'd rather do this now and then I can spend train time editing anything that I filmed the Monday, Tuesday before New York. So yeah.